What's up guys, Gundam Fan here, and today we're doing something a little bit special. It's kicking off the new year with the best model of last year. Fight me. It is awesome. It is probably the best, if not the best, probably the best. I think it's the best. It is the best model kit of 2022. Excuse me.
What was that? I am a Gundam.
Now this is from YoloPark, the mad guys over in China. They've been licensed by Hasbro, and it is the Bumblebee Optimus Prime. For better or worse, whether, you know, there's been so many iterations of Prime, but in terms of live action, this is probably my favourite version. And I've seen the Rise of the Beasts Prime, and he looks like he could do with a few more burgers, you know what I mean? But no, this guy is probably my favourite iteration of Prime in the live action sense, in terms of proportions, the way he looks, the colour scheme, the whole vibe. He's absolutely awesome. Apart from the gun, I'm not really a fan of his gun. We'll get to that in a bit. Now, he does come with an axe as well. Again, sure. I mean, it's fine. It's an axe. It's got some really, really good details on it. There's more parts on here than you actually realise. There's probably about 30 parts to make up this axe. And he does hold it using this peg here, but I don't really have anywhere else to store it because it doesn't go on his back. He doesn't have any other place to put it, but it's a nice accessory. It's moulded well. It's just, I don't really pose him with it, but it's there. And it's not an Energon axe either. It's just all like one mechanical piece. Whether he uses this in the show at any point, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, he comes with an axe. Now, before I get into anything else, it's not perfect. Now, a lot of people are going to, I can hear it, boo, you know, yeah. Let me get to the points, okay? He is an absolute masterpiece, but he's not perfect. The gun itself, let's get that out of here. It does come with like a transformation gimmick. This folds up inside this flap here. For whatever reason, I've got no idea why. But anyway, you open up this flap, this goes in here, and then he can hold it like that. But then it has this for a scope that pops up. Now, I don't know whether that's for a scene or whatever, I'm not sure. The magazine comes out, but there's no bullet in there. So they could have like moulded a piece with a couple of rounds on there just to push in there or inlay. And it slots in there, but it's very, 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 very easy. So be careful if you do get this. This might be too loose for you. Just bear in mind. So if you do paint it and you want, you know, you're not bothered about that coming out, bit of glue in there and Bob's your uncle, done. Now this could incorporate a light feature, which is not included. There's no electronics with this kit, which is one of the reasons why I don't think it's perfect. You know, this is subject to, you know, it's fine without it, but I'll get to it in a minute. Having like a light feature in there, sorry, I'm doing this all off camera. Having a light feature in there, and so on, because he has got trigger fingers, and a trigger could, you know, it's one of those things. But it transforms or has a gimmick which is very loose, but the mold is fine. Although I'm not really a fan of the mold. But anyway, that's that. He does have fully articulated fingers, and he holds the weapons just fine. The hands were, you know, not too bad to build, actually. Better than Gundam hands. And they, you know, it's amazing. Right, second point of, you know, whether I don't think it's perfect is the head doesn't have any light up features, and his eyes are completely dead. Okay, now, but inside there, you can possibly see, look how gorgeous the clear parts are for the irises and so on. So with a light up feature, it would show all that up. He is absolutely details to 9. No problems whatsoever there. He is perfect in terms of the sculpt. That is not what's in question here. It's just going the extra mile. Now, they have gone the extra mile with the power count. It's nuts. I think it's what, not almost 2,000 parts or 2,000 parts in this kit. It's insane. However, he doesn't have any light up feature in the head. However, if you lift up the head, which I don't know whether that's a gimmick or whether I've not built it properly, but it does it for me, you can get some LEDs in there quite comfortably. Not a problem. Also, on his back, which is not explained in the manual, is his back opens up like this to reveal some like ports on his shoulders. Now, whether that's to do with the movie, whether he has shoulder cannons, I'm not sure, or whether he has a backpack or something. It's not fully explained in the kit or the manual, so that's a question mark. So if anyone can tell me, that would be awesome. Also, he does share a lot of the frame from Shockwave, I believe, in terms of the arms, the feet, the waist, and so on. So obviously to make both of them, because that's coming out soon, I think January. I'm hoping to get hold of it as soon as possible, so I can build it on stream, because I built this guy on stream. So head on over to my Twitch if you want to check that out. Some of the videos might be still there, they might not be, I'm not sure. But yeah, he was an absolute task to build. He's fully articulated, and there's some parts that move in and out, kind of like what you see with Gundam, like where the biceps are popping in and out, and behind the knees, he has some spring-loaded portions. So when you bend the knee and the calf, or the thigh pushes in the back of the calf, you know, he has got all the articulation you want, which is really strange, because this is like a model kit, but it's a figure. Now there is the Marvelous, is it the Marvelous Mecha version, which is like the transformable version. You know, the only thing this is missing is the transformation, but because of the intricacies of all the details, all the separate pieces that go into this, it's forgiven from my perspective, because, you know, for them to make this guy transform, it would have compromised so much of the model kit itself, because there's layers on layers on layers on layers on layers of parts in this kit. Another thing I'm not too fond of is the matrix of leadership. You know, considering how many parts go into this kit and layers and stuff, it's just 1, 2, 3 clear parts and a front and back like a clam. And they could have done some other like metal parts in the middle, a different colour like the gold. Excuse me. But like I say, these are just subjections for me, not to take away that it is an absolute masterpiece. And also it has these things here. I don't know what these are for. These swing down for no apparent reason. I've got no idea. But he's, like I say, it might be all to do with the transformation or movie, because this is like a one-to-one like representation in all the parts, details, and so on. For the movie, and I will say I have looked at the Marvelous Mecha or whatever it's called. This is way more detailed, because obviously the transformation, it transforms, but the depth of all the details and so on is only on the outside, whereas you look at this guy, and like I say, because it's all layered, there's more depth and there's more 3D. If you look wherever you look, there's that detail coming through, whereas with the transformation version, it's almost like skin deep, if that makes sense, because obviously like parts got to move and so on. So if you really want a detailed version of the mold, get this guy. If you want the transformable, or both, get them both, put them side by side. I wish I had them side by side for comparison, but this guy is perfect for display, whereas the other guys you can probably have in truck mode or whatever, and have it next to him, because this, as the Prime itself, as he stands, literally is just perfect. Now, I've got nothing else really to say apart from you need this kit in your life if you love Transformers, you love Optimus Prime. Now, I'm 45 years old. I've loved Transformers since I was a kid. I used to review Transformers back in the day on a different YouTube channel, which is now dead. I've sold all my Transformers and shifted to Gunpla. But I don't have a Prime to represent my love for the Transformers until Gunpla.co.uk come along and helped me out in that respect. Link in the description below. Get on over to Gunpla.co.uk. He's been sponsoring me on my Twitch, and the stories is going on the up. So show him some support. And there's also a code down below that you can use for 5% off. But he got this guy out to me super quick. Not many people have this kit in the UK. I've been very lucky. I've had this a while now. I think I got it like November or something like that. And I've only just got around to really talking about it now because I've been really, really busy. You know, there's nothing else really I can say about it. You want it to move. You know, he's got an ab crunch as well. You know, anything you want him to do, he will do. And he's solid as a rock as well. I can't shake it too much. I don't have a really good wide angle camera that's going to sort of enable me to show you everything all at once. I've got an S22 mobile phone because I don't have a mirrorless or anything like that. It's just something I do want to upgrade for the channel is having a better camera and lighting and stuff, so I can really go into depth with some of the stuff, because I have been absolutely mad on Twitch, building loads of stuff, got loads of cool stuff upstairs, but I've not really been transforming it down into YouTube for you guys. So I do want to do like little showcases of things like this, have a little discussion with you, a little sit down on my table and just talk about the figure one-to-one, so to speak. But this guy, he does come with decals as well for the wrists, for the or you know, yellow triangles and or what are they called in the Navy or the military, where they've got like the yellow markings? Ranking? Is it a ranking? He does come with like... Oh, that's the door. Speaking of Gunpla.co.uk, got a box of bits. Anyway, where was we? Rudely awoken, rudely disturbed by the postman. I was expecting this box yesterday, but it's come today, so happy days. Some more Gunpla in there, and I'll probably do an unboxing on stream. So if you want to see what's in the box, come to one of my streams, and I'll be opening it on Monday. Anyway, this guy, absolute must-have. If you love model making, it's all painted. I didn't paint any of it. This is pretty much as it is out of the box. The decals are in the box. Oh, another perfect thing that would have made it perfect as well. The light up features in the head and the gun, an action base, like an action stand for him to stand on or something like that, because he can do a kneel down action, like superhero landing pose and all that, and it will just look amazing on his very own action base. Now I've got a 3D printer. There's nothing to stop me from doing that myself at one point, but it would be nice. You know, they went all in on the mold. Just a few extra bits and pieces would have just made it absolutely 100% perfect, with the lights, the gun being probably a little bit more interactive with lights, and an action base. But that's just me, you know. It's just my throwing my subjections out there. But objectively, this thing is perfect and a must-have. Anyway, I've had your attention for way too long. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the influx of followers and people that are liking all my shorts and stuff. I thought, you know what? I can make shorts now. I'll make a couple, you know, see what happens. But anyway, here we are. Here he is. Here you are. And thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Head on over to my Twitch if you want to see me live build stuff and have first-hand looks at, you know, what I'm up to and stuff like that. And my Twitter and stuff like that. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.
And then another